Ace Podcast.
You are listening to the Crazy Town Podcast, Season 1, Episode 14, with TNT Dynamite. On today's show, we'll be discussing the largest and weirdest BioTerror attack in U.S. history, some habits people do just to be safe, and we'll make everyone feel better about a time they couldn't find their car in a parking lot. All that and more today on the Crazy Town Podcast.
Bunyan, take 3!
Welcome once again to another episode of the Crazy Town Podcast. I am Jonas, your host, as always. And with me today is TNT Dynamite. What is up, TNT?
What's going on, Jonas? Glad to be back again. TNT Dynamite here, the explosive one.
Awesome. Why don't you go ahead and tell everyone about your shit? It's great to have you on the show again. Tell them where they can find you on the interwebs.
Yeah, I'm on the Twitter. That's with the words and the Donald Trump and stuff. He uses it. Yeah, I'm also on the YouTube. The TNT Dynamite in both places. TNT DINOMIGHT.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm going to make that a thing.
Yeah, it's going to be in everybody's mind here soon. So anyways, everybody, thank you so much for checking us out again. We do have a great show ready to go for today. I do want to shout out to a podcast here before we get rolling. Two middle-aged dudes and a microphone. They're two guys, Craig and Aaron. They discuss weird news, kind of like we do. But they are family-friendly always, which is fine. Uh-huh. I wish I could be family friendly. I just really can't. I just fucking can't do it. Man.
After that last episode, man.
No, I don't think I could be it. But I respect them greatly. They're a great podcast. They're funny guys. They're on Twitter at the number 2 MADAAM, as in two middle-aged dudes and a microphone. So, and we are both part of the Ace Podcast Network at acepodcast.com. If you want a network with no contract, no bullshit, no red tape, and a great community of people helping each other out to get their word out about your shows, go check them out. Tell everyone that Jonas sent you from the Crazy Town so they know that I'm doing my part. And if you aren't following us on Twitter, you damn well should be at the Crazy Town Pod, our website, thecrazytown.com. It has all the ways to follow and listen to this show. And me and this guy, TNT Dynamite, will be right back to talk about some great, undepressing, uplifting stories in about 2 shakes of a lamb's tail and shit. We'll be right back.
That was elegant.
We'll be right back. Shut up, Dynamite. We'll be right back.
Where am I?
This is Dave from the Devilish Debaters. You're listening to Crazy Town Podcast on the Ace Podcast Network.
And welcome back to the Crazy Town Podcast. Once again, Jonas, your host here with TNT Dynamite. Dynamite, have you, do you have a high knowledge of bioterrorism attacks in the United States by chance?
Well, actually, I went to college for nothing of the sort. So, what do you got? What do you got?
I want to tell you about the largest bio attack in U.S. history on U.S. soil.
Keeping it light. Okay. All right.
Yes. Very, very light subject.
Yeah.
I mean, there was recently like a bio attack in Syria, so I figured I would find out what the largest one in the U.S. was, and we could discuss it. It happened in 1984. It involved a chemical or a bacteria that you probably wouldn't expect. It's the 1984 Rajneesh BioTerror attack is what it's referred to as.
What was that name again? just in case the listeners didn't get it the first time.
It's the 1984 Rajneesh BioTerror attack. There was a guy, his name was Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh. He was an Indian godman, like a shaman, a guru, a mystical spiritual teacher. I mean, I guess you could probably call him a cult leader.
You're making this shit up, right?
No, dude. Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh.
Sri Rajneesh. Okay. Yes.
No, there's not Rishwi. It's Rajneesh. Don't disrespect Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh.
Whatever the fuck you said. Okay.
Right. So he, I guess he was one of those like shaman guru guys. He preached like meditation, awareness, love, celebration, courage, creativity, humor, cultism. And I guess the article said that his teaching had a noticeable impact on Western New Age thought. I don't really know what New Age thought is, but it sounds kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
So
it's like hippie shit, I think. Hippie shit.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So, okay, as the story goes, so this guy was like in India or whatever. And so thousands of his followers moved to what they called Big Muddy Ranch in Wasco County, Oregon, in 1981. Oregon, however you want to pronounce it.
All right.
So they
Big Muddy Ranch.
They had a big compound, kind of like I guess it was kind of like the Heaven's Gate people, like the compound where they had like their own like functioning society.
Is that where they drink the Kool-Aid?
Yes, the Kool-Aid people. Yes, kind of like that. These guys didn't drink Kool-Aid though. So they ended up taking political control of a small city called Antelope, Oregon. It only had 75 people in the town. So I imagine they came in, they ran for a seat, got it, and then they took over the town. They renamed it Rajneesh. I don't know if it's still called that today or not. So it says they started friendly with the population, and then it turned negative over the use of land and the dramatic expansion of the city. So, these 70, I hear it churning. What do you want to know?
I don't know, man. We don't go over these stories beforehand. Right. So it's all new information for me, but like, keep going. I'm interested to see where this is going.
So they wanted to get building permits. So they needed these followers of Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh.
You're getting better.
I know, right? It's fast now. They wanted to build. They wanted to do things. And they were denied building permits. So
by the government?
By the county circuit court. Or the county, the county, you know what I mean? The Wasco County, whatever. Where if I wanted to build a shed in my backyard, I'd have to go to the county officials and get permits to build. They were denied their permits.
There's only 75 people in the damn town, though, Jonas.
No. That's the town now we're talking the county. The county's way bigger.
Oh, okay.
They took over that town, and then they tried to get permits from the county. It did not work out.
Okay, all right.
So what to do for the followers of Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh?
What would Pablo Escobar do?
Yeah, right. What would Bhagwan do? WWBD.
What would Bhagwan do?
So they decided what they should do was they would need to win 2 of the 3 county seats in the circuit court and the sheriff's office. So, and then that way they could take over the county instead of just this little town.
All right.
That sounds reasonable, right?
Yeah.
So in order to do this, they implemented a share a home program. What that was is they brought in thousands of homeless people to stay in the area so they could have these people register to vote, and they could outvote the people who lived in the county.
What?
Right.
That's dirtier than your average politician.
Right. And not to mention there was 6,000 of these fuckers at the compound too. So they brought in all these homeless people. Well, the county clerk caught wind of this when all these homeless tried to start registering to vote. So what they did was they blocked the idea of that happening by enforcing new voters to submit their qualifications or their documentation when registering. Well, do you think a bunch of homeless people have documentation to prove they're eligible to vote?
No, I guess not. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So that thwarted their plan. Well, when that happened, they thought, you know what? You know what we'll do instead? We'll just make everybody in the county sick so they can't go vote.
Well, okay, how did they make them sick?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I have that information.
Did they make them listen to my YouTube channel?
Yes, they all had diarrhea for days. So they decided that they were going to spread salmonella.
Oh my god.
This is no joke. This is legit.
I was thinking mustard gas or
No,
anthrax.
nothing. That's why I said it was something that you would not expect a BioTerror attack to be, but technically it falls under BioTerror. So they bought the salmonella bacteria from a lab in Seattle. This is the early 80s. They didn't check this shit back then. Like me and you could have walked into a corner store and got plutonium in 1985.
I don't know, on Amazon. Let me check. I think you could still get salmonella.
Really? Oh, well, maybe. So they started, so there must have been some, like, smart motherfuckers at this, like, cult camp, because they started a lab, and they started to culture salmonella.
What the fuck?
In order to make the whole town ill. So that way all of their votes would count, and everyone else couldn't get out to vote. Now, okay, I'm gonna stop right here. This is a pretty flawed plan.
I would say so.
Like, because if, like, the entire town had a breakout of an illness, do you not think they would, like, reschedule the election?
Yeah.
Like, everyone's sick, only Bhagwan Sri Ranish's people aren't, and they got to vote.
Funny enough, only the people that voted for this individual made it to the election, or made it to the polls that day.
Right, like, that was a very flawed thinking process. Now, I mean, when you're in a cult, I guess you're not really thinking clearly anyway. But so this started with 2 county commissioners. They salmonella'd up their water.
They salmonella'd up.
Yeah, that's the technical term. That's how the scientists use it. We salmonella'd up the chickens.
I'm impressed actually with your knowledge.
Of my technicalosity.
Yeah,
making up words and shit. So then when they realized it would work, when they got ill, they started spreading the virus over produce in grocery stores and doorknobs and urinal handles at the courthouse, trying to make all the officials sick.
What the hell?
Right. So, I mean, this is normal non-crazy person shit. So
they just carry it around in, like, paper bags or something?
They had, like, a spritzer bottle. They were just like,
oh,
I don't know what they did. I don't know. I guess maybe. I don't know. They didn't have, like, the containers listed in the article. No. So then that didn't have the desired effect. So then they got dirty. Like, I mean, like, this is already pretty dirty. So what they decided to do? Contaminate salad bars.
Oh, no.
Yeah. 10 local restaurants. They contaminated 10 local restaurant salad bars. They said that they would put it over some of the food, and then they made kind of like a brownish colored liquid concoction that they would just pour into the salad dressing and stir it up.
No.
Yes. Salmonella Ranch, my favorite flavor. But dude, in like 1984, they only had like 3 kinds of fucking salad dressing. You know what I mean? It was Thousand Island, Italian, and fucking burnt dick.
Burnt dick flavor. That's not one I'm familiar with, but
it fell by the wayside by 87.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I wasn't alive then.
Yeah. My fucking ass. Quit trying to make everybody think you're in high school. I got prom in a couple weeks, guys, if you want to come to my high school.
Don't ruin my perception to the viewers.
He's a young buck. He's a millennial, folks.
But that's fucked up, man. Fucking salmonella. That's pretty fucking disgusting.
Oh, right. So then.
Did that work?
751 people got sick.
All right, that's a good start.
45 people were hospitalized and 0 died. So,
okay.
Then even better, the residents suspected that it was them that did it. So what they did is they turned out in droves to vote. So, like, even more people that probably weren't going to vote turned out to vote just so they wouldn't win. So it kind of backfired on them. As we discussed, wait, why are all Bhagwan Sri Ranish's people not ill? You know?
That fucking name. So, I mean, were the authorities informed? Was there anybody?
No, they couldn't prove anything. They had no proof. It was all hearsay. You know? So this was the largest bioattack in U.S. history. And this is one of two ever in our country. The other one was in 2001 after September 11th when they sent off that anthrax to all those people. So here's what I kind of think is the best part about this story. So this happens in 1984, right? So, these are all followers of Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh. In 1985, in September, Bhagwan holds a press conference and accuses his own followers of doing it.
Oh, but he had nothing to do with it.
He narcs them the fuck out. He's like, I think my people did this. It's very suspicious. And let everyone come into the compound to investigate.
What?
They found samples of the bacteria, and that 2 leading officials of his party were involved. I think there was like 12 people total that were involved out of like, I don't know, I think they said he had like 6,000 people at his compound or whatever. Those 2 leaders were convicted of attempted murder and got 20-year terms in prison. Guess how long they served?
Out of 20 years?
Out of 20 years. Now, I mean, in 2004 would have been 20 years, so they would have been out if it would have been 20 years they served anyways.
I don't know. I'll give them, let's say 5 years.
29 months.
Wow. So
they purposely poisoned 751 people and spent 2 years and 5 months in jail out of 20.
Wow.
Yet there's people who got busted for a bag of weed and they're serving like 20 years and they're just like chilling.
Fucking nuts.
I know, right? Fucking life, man. So then later,
damn you, Bhagwan Shui.
Bhagwan Shui Shra. He was deported after all of this happened, and he died in 1990 in India or somewhere. We'll say he died in Cameroon. Don't look that up. I might be a liar.
Don't look it up. I might be a liar. Where's your fucking your
journalistic integrity?
That's the word I was thinking of. Thank you.
No, this story is legit. I just don't know what country he died in. He did get deported. Everything else is legit. You can find it on Wikipedia and all that shit. So
it's crazy, man.
Yeah. So did you ever know about that?
No, obviously not.
As a matter of fact, do you think you ever would have known about it if you wouldn't have found the Crazy Town podcast? That's what I try to bring to everyone. Things that you'll never know about unless you listen to the Crazy Town podcast.
Yeah.
So
fucking salmonella in the salad dressing.
Right, dude, right? Like, I mean, that's kind of bullshit. Like, you take little Jimmy. We'll go back to little Jimmy. Little Jimmy goes to the salad bar. He's like, Grandma, I just got done listening to the Tupac anthems at our church. I want some salad. And she's like, go up to the salad bar, young chap. Get yourself some romaine lettuce and some broccoli spears. And then he's like, oh, I want this salmonella ranch, Grandma. And then he puts it on. And he ends up ill, man.
What? Now, what do you know what salmonella does to you? Like, it's not lethal, I'd assume, unless you have some immunity deficiencies.
I would imagine it probably could kill you. I mean, if you I would think, because I mean, you have some background in some knowledge of medical issues. I mean, doesn't it just give you the shits and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it just gives you nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, things of that nature.
I guess you could get so dehydrated that you got ill and died, or if you were like an 85-year-old brittle ass old lady with health problems. I mean, I guess it could kill you.
Yeah, if you're 80, if you're old, immunocompromised, if you have HIV, I guess that could cause some issues. But
at least in '84,
you said nobody died.
AIDS wasn't a big breakout until later in the '80s. That's when Magic Johnson had it.
No, he got rid of that, dude. He threw money at it, now it's gone.
Oh yeah, they shot money into his veins, and it.
Yeah,
That's right. South Park taught us that.
You grind the money up and put in a syringe.
So, what is your final thought about this bio attack? What do you think about it?
Well, I think it's disgusting.
Well,
frankly,
I appreciate your standing up for humanity on this one.
Yes.
I don't know how it would have went. You've been like, I thought that was awesome. I'm going to do it this weekend.
I think that anybody fucking with anybody's food is pretty fucking foul as it is.
Like,
yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, come and just spray the spray bottle in my face. Don't, like, put it on my fucking flapjacks.
Yeah, and there's got to be, okay, let me ask you like this. If you were going to spread a bio, I don't know if we should discuss this. If you were going to conduct this biochemical attack, there's got to be a better way than going to the local fucking old country and putting
the employees are like, "Hey man, what are you doing over there? Why are you pouring that brown liquid in the ranch?" He's like, "I got a new flavor for you."
It's a flavor enhancer.
It's like a flavor enhancer. It's like, this is special Italian dressing.
I can't really think of a better way to get it into a mass amount of people. But
I don't know, man. I read this story and I was like, really? Fucking salad bar? Like, yeah. They're even trying to be healthy. And they still get fucking amateur. Shit on. Yeah, it does.
So amateur to me.
Well, I guess if you're willing to fucking do crazy shit, then whatever. So, these people. But anyways, on that high note, we're going to take a quick break on the Crazy Town podcast, and we'll be right back and get into a little lighter topics. So we will be right back on the Crazy Town podcast.
Hey, this is Jeff.
And Cade.
And we are from the Super Pee-Pee Time podcast, and you are listening to the Crazy Town podcast.
And we are back on the Crazy Town podcast. Jonas and TNT Dynamite. I wanted to touch base with you, Dynamite. Have you ever heard of habits?
Like Sister Act? Like fucking Whoopi Goldberg?
Sister Act 2, Back in the Habit? Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, people have habits. Some are good, some are bad, some are stupid, some are fucking addictive, some are whatever, you know? I mean, whether you're doing blow or you're fucking cleaning all the time or whatever, washing your hands 30 times a day, they're all habits. I want to touch base on what are called, I guess, just to be safe, habits. Like, you do these things not because you have to, but just because you want to make sure that you're not going to fuck some shit up.
Okay.
An example, this isn't on my list here, but an example would be every time I'm on a conference call with work, I make sure I hang up the phone 3 times before I start talking to make sure I'm not going to blurt out some bullshit that I don't want people to hear that shouldn't hear. Like, I don't want to whip out big dick talk when fucking the regional manager's still on the phone.
You never know when that's going to happen either.
Right. Or you want to make sure you don't hit reply all when you fucking want to say something sarcastic about what somebody just sent out at your work. You know, that kind of shit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, I mean, can you think, let me ask you up front, then I'll revisit. Can you think of any of those things off the top of your head that you do? It may be, like, because you're neurotic about it. It may just be it's something that you do that you do because it's, like, just to be safe.
I don't have a lot of those type because I don't think of myself as a paranoid person, but I can tell you is that I have never a day in my life slept naked. In fact, generally I sleep in jeans and in a t-shirt.
In jeans? Like full jeans?
Yes.
Like not even like shorts?
Yeah, because what if some shit goes down if somebody was to break in?
You gotta be ready to go.
I don't want to wrestle a fucking home invader with my dongus hanging out, slapping against his fucking 9mm.
I sleep in full riot gear just in case a riot happens while I'm sleeping.
But no, I've never slept naked. I usually sleep in jeans and a t-shirt.
And you know what's gonna happen? The first night you ever like fucking let loose and like sleep naked, someone's gonna break in your fucking house. And you're gonna be like, "See, I told you, I should have slept naked."
No, I don't even think I'd be comfortable sleeping. I don't think I'd be able to sleep, honestly, because it's just...
And see, I'm the
it's
exact
kinda
opposite. It's like every fucking night. Like, I can't sleep with, like, clothes on.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I want to wrestle a stranger naked. I guess that's really the real reason why.
You're just hoping that somebody breaks in.
Oh, please, tonight be the night. I want to wrestle a strange man in my closet with no clothes on. He just would not have enough clothes on either. He's like the naked robber.
Right.
He has a bottle of baby oil. We're just like, it's like, Mr. November.
Start fucking Greco-Roman wrestling.
Right. I put a full Nelson on his ass. Anyways.
But yeah. Usually shorts or jeans.
Well, I mean, I
for
guess
me,
that's
when
just to be safe. Here's the first one on my list. Whenever you go to copy something on your computer, you hold down Control and then hit C about 400 times. I never just hit Control C. I hit Control C before I paste it. Do you even copy and paste like that, or do you like right click, copy?
Yeah, right. I'm a right clicker.
That's a long ass way to fucking copy and paste.
I didn't know you could use it.
You didn't know there was a keyboard shortcut?
Honestly, Jonas, I had a Mac for a very, very long time.
Okay.
And I just recently bought a PC.
That's okay. I'll give you that because that's true. Because it would be like Apple C or some shit, right? The Apple button or something.
Yeah, it's like it's Control Open Apple C, I think, for a Mac.
All right, that makes sense.
So I didn't even know the shortcut.
Well, let me drop some knowledge on you.
Okay, drop it.
So if on a Windows PC, Control-C copies, Control-X cuts, and Control-V pastes.
Shut the fuck up.
There you go. Control-C, Control-V, Control-X, Control-V. I mean, it's a fucking lifesaver. So saving all those extra clicks on the mouse, that will extend the life expectancy of your mouse buttons by,
right.
taking a few clicks off here and there.
All right. Good to know.
That's the first one. Number 2. Every time I lock my car with my key fob, I lock it more than once.
Oh, I think everybody fucking does that.
But that's like it's like, honk, 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 honk. It's like, what?
You have like the car honks associated with the locks?
Like when I hit my lock button, it honks like the alarm's set or whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have an alarm, but it doesn't honk when I do mine.
It doesn't beep your horn? Oh, really?
No.
So, but why do you do that? Just to be safe. Like, you don't need to do it twice. It locks the first time.
Yeah, so I think we're all guilty of that one.
That's where we're going with this segment. Like, those kind of things.
All right.
Wipe till it's white, and wipe one more time.
You gotta get some fingers in there sometimes, man. Sometimes it's like...
It sounds like an adventure when you're in there.
Sometimes it's like trying to clean a marker. It's just it never fucking ends.
So, okay, I was listening to another radio show when I was out of town, and they were having a discussion about wiping their ass. And one guy on the show said that he does not look at the paper in between wipes. He just knows when it's time to be done, and he puts it in the toilet.
You don't just know.
And then the girl and the other guy on the thing said that every time they wipe, not maybe the first wipe, but what am I looking for? The sequential wipes, you need to like check and see if it's dry or not. If it's white, wipe till you're white. So, how can you know if it's white or not unless you look?
You have to look. Are you kidding me? You never just know. How do you just know?
I don't know, man. I think he was just trying to be the poop Nazi.
Does he have like some extra like fucking capillaries in his asshole where you can just feel like if there's extra shit in there or not? I don't think so.
That's his X-Men power. He just knows that when he's done wiping.
Extra sensitive asshole.
Oh. So, here's one that actually is near and dear to me. Always smell the milk before you drink it.
I think we're all guilty of that, too.
Well, I used to never do this. I actually probably don't do this still.
Yeah, until...
But, it's Jonah's story time. So, I went to a little store in our hometown called The Duke and Duchess.
Ah, I remember the D&D.
Yeah. And I was going through a phase where I would just like buy like milk to drink.
Oh my god.
While I was out and about.
So gross.
So I went into the Duke and Duchess and I bought a quart or something and fuck whatever. Got to the car, cracked the top, was like, glug, 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 fucking chunks in my fucking mouth, dude.
Oh, yeah, man, that place is pretty seedy as it is, man.
So I still don't smell the milk every time I drink it, but I look at the date on the milk every time I drink it.
Oh my god! Out of the Duke and Duchess,
dude.
Everything you buy out of that place, you got to check it like it's your child's Halloween bag. Like looking for razor blades and like fucking narcotics in every candy
Buy
bar.
A crack rock tucked in the orange juice.
Yeah, right.
I wonder if that place is still open.
Probably, man. I mean, it's one of the few convenience stores in that area, but
God, that place was a fucking heathen den, man.
Terrible. Well, the whole town was terrible.
Oh, God, it was.
But yeah, it only took me one time to encounter spoiled milk from not checking, and I think that's kind of what it is. It's a learned response from people.
Right.
I think everybody's encountered spoiled milk at least one time.
Yes, I think so. You just got real quiet. Are you back?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Oh, there you go. You dipped out. I think you said it was a learned response because spoiled milk is fucking awful.
Yeah, but milk is awful as at just itself. Like, I don't understand
because you can't have it, dude.
No, dude, you're drinking out of a cow's tit, man. I'm not drinking from a cow tit. I'm not. It's gross. I will eat the fucking cow. I'm not drinking titty milk from a cow.
Even women love tits, man.
No.
Men love tits. Women love tits.
Yeah, but these are weird-looking tits we're talking about. They're cow tits that look like dicks. I'm not drinking out of your cow dick titty. I'm not doing it, man. It's fucking gross. Your dick titty shoots out this white fluid. It's fucking thick and viscous.
Oh, it's a dick titty. Is it the milk or is it the other? I mean, you can't really. It's all both milk and white and fucking. I can't even.
Oh
talk.
yeah, and you blame me for trying to lose viewers with the Danny DeVito thing.
You're talking about dick tits, man.
Fucking milk is gross, man. It's not delicious. It doesn't have like a. It's
and
not
they actually say that cow milk really isn't that good for you in general, like to drink.
Imagine not. I would think that human milk would be better, but the moment you start talking about drinking human milk, people think you're some kind of freak.
We already had this conversation on a previous episode of this podcast when you were co-hosting.
Yeah,
episode 6, I believe, by the way, or 7.
That's where I was going with it too.
Yeah, listen to both of them. They're both great. Oh, Jesus God. So, next, always set your car parking brake when you park.
I never do that.
I never do it either. So, but, I guess if my car rolled down a fucking hill or rolled like through a parking lot into like a street, I guess I probably would.
I would generally not park my car on an incline that would be deleterious. Like,
wow, look at that word. Deleterious?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Just means it's like.
All right, folks, bring out the fucking whatever the fucking dictionary, Weber and Franklin.
Look, TNT Dynamite was an English major. I was going to be a teacher, but I don't care for children.
Teacher words.
Yeah, but no, really, you wouldn't put if there's like fucking Lombard Street, I'm not going to park my car on that, dude. It's
Lombard
too fucking.
Street? Why is Lombard Street slanted?
I don't know. It's like slanted and twisty.
What the fuck is Lombard Street? Is that like a local thing in fucking?
No, that's it's in San Francisco, man. Real world.
Oh, fucking
Yeah, I think even Full House is on. No, maybe not. It's like the twistiest street in the country.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha. You ever see that movie Youth in Revolt? That has fucking what's-his-face in it that plays the same character in every fucking movie?
That guy.
Yeah, the guy. Oh, he was in Arrested Development. He was George Michael Bluth.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that guy. And then there was a scene where the car's running down the street and it hits a car or something. I don't know. It popped in my head. Tangent.
No. Have you ever had that happen to you, though? Your car fucking roll down a hill?
No, I don't go outside.
Thank you. That's another thing I do just to be safe. I don't leave the fucking house.
Ever.
Ever.
I like going outside because that's where I get drunk.
They got alcohol in the cabinet, man.
That's true.
Bring that back. Yeah.
Wrangle that shit back in. So, all right, here's the next one.
Mm-hmm.
Always pull the ATM swipe pad, because nowadays people put fake swipe pads and steal credit card information.
No, that I don't do, but you kind of instilled a fear in me.
I can't tell you the last time I used an ATM that wasn't at my bank. Like where you have to like insert the card into the machine, not like one where you just swipe it through.
Oh, yeah. I guess you got a point there. I usually have to put it into the machine when I go there.
Yeah, well, like, I guess this is legit. There's a ton of people, they put it looks exactly like the one that's already there, and it goes over top of the real one, and then when you swipe your card, it steals all your information.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Fucking technology, man.
That's ingenious, man, but yeah, I guess I'll be on the lookout for that now.
Yeah, set 2 extra alarms on your phone when you're setting your alarm clock. Do you set numerous alarms so you don't oversleep?
No, man. I'm conditioned to wake up by my phone anymore.
That's true, yeah. I mean, it'd be almost hard for you to oversleep for your shift anyway. Like, it's not like you're getting up at 6 in the morning.
Yeah, I have before. I've overslept. Everybody does occasionally, but most of the time I'm conditioned.
You want to know how many times I've been late for work because I overslept?
Once, twice,
one time,
every day.
One time, really? My whole fucking life, yeah.
Good shit.
And I wasn't even that late. I mean, I had to drive about 80 miles an hour to get there. I got there a little bit late, but yeah, I've overslept for like family dinners and things, but not for work.
Yeah,
so
that's pretty good, man.
Yeah, pretty prompt.
That's good shit.
This is a very important one. You must climb on the furniture just in case the floor is lava.
Oh, fuck. Not since I was like 7. Just in case the floor is lava.
I like that one. I thought that one was funny. I don't give a shit about it. Okay. Now, I have 2 that I do. These are mine. I do them. You can let me know if you're in your first one. Whenever I'm out and about, probably way more than I should, I do the quick tap the pants, keys, wallet, phone check. Like, tap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's just to be safe. You know, so that way, because if I lost my wallet, my keys, or my phone, I'll know within like 10 minutes that I've lost them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one. I think that's a pretty common one. Do you do that? Do you kind of tap? It's just like a quick like...
I do. But, actually, I actually have a phone case that I utilize as a wallet and a phone.
Ooh.
I don't care if it makes me look like a bitch. I probably look like a woman to some people.
Get your keys in there, too. Then you're all set. You just got to check one pocket.
No. So I tap my pockets, and I hear the sound of the keys, and I feel the phone, and I know I'm good to go. Right. So, yeah, that's pretty common.
Yeah. Now, this last one, a lot of people don't do this. I think people that have been in this situation before can respect it. I put 1 change of clothes in my carry-on bag when I fly in an airplane.
Huh.
I take a pair of gym shorts, a pair of underwear, a t-shirt, and a pair of socks in my carry-on bag because I have had my luggage lost before.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah, because I usually use like a book bag, like a high school book bag as a carry-on. So then I throw the shorts and the t-shirt and all that shit in the bottom and then put everything else in on top of it. So that way, if they lose my fucking luggage, at least when I get to the hotel or wherever I'm going, I can change into like a pair of shorts and shit.
Something.
Right,
yeah,
and have a clean pair of drawers to fucking get through the next day. Because it usually takes them like a day or 2 or longer to get your luggage, especially if you're moving around from place to place.
See, now that's just smart thinking. That's just good pragmatics right there. I respect that.
Some people would call me an overplanner for that, but I think that's pretty smart.
Oh, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I have no qualms with that.
All right. What about you? Since we've gone through all these, have you thought of anything else that you do that may be along these lines?
I always order my hamburgers, steaks, well done.
And that's a safety thing?
Does that count? I don't want to get fucking salmonella. I don't want to get goddamn E. coli. I don't know. I don't really do shit, dude.
If it's not talking on the Crazy Town podcast or on the YouTube channel, I don't do anything else.
Basically, I play video games, and occasionally somebody hits me up and like, "Hey, you want to record today?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, dude."
Well, I like the simpleness of it.
Yeah, I go to work.
Well, that's really it. If you guys have anything else that you do just to be safe, I mean, hit us up. We can start a fucking list. I can throw it on the blog or some shit. I mean, just general rules of practice to make life a little easier just in case shit pops off.
Yeah, there's a point where it starts becoming like, what do you call that? Matchstick Man, he had it.
Yeah, like that OCD, like we had to like open and close the doors 3 times.
Yeah, there's a point where it becomes OCD.
But yeah, like you're just like you have to flip the light switches on and off, like on off. Like, oh my god, I would fucking kill myself, dude, if I had to if that happened. Like if I got to the point where I just had to I had to save everything 3 times, I had to save everything 3 times, I had to save everything 3 times just because. Oh my god, I would have no friends. I'd live in a fucking dark room and I'd turn the light on and off all day long and wash my hands 100 times.
I think the podcast would suffer if you had to do that, man.
Everyone would be like, I just changed the name of it to the Triple Time Talk Podcast. Crazy Town Podcast. Jesus Christ.
OCD listeners would
the
be
opening, I say hello 3 times already, so it would be like 9 times I would say hello. Hello.
We should make a podcast geared to the OCD community. I don't think they're represented very well.
It would just be like things to set them off. Like things where they would like freak out. I'd be like, right now, my door's half open.
I only have 1 sock on.
Only part of my shirt's tucked in.
I cut 1 side of my head, so
right.
just like shaved 1 side. I have like a left-sided mohawk. I don't know.
You'd be like, what was that guy from Tekken with like the old guy? His name began with an H. I can't think of it right now. Harushi or something.
Yeah, Hajwang Sui.
Yeah, that guy. Bagwan.
Yeah, Bagwan! Oh, callback.
Oh, huzzah! Anyways, we will be right back on the Crazy Town Podcast. We're back on the Crazy Town Podcast. Jonas and TNT Dynamite. Dynamite, have you ever lost your car?
Yeah, in parking lots, I guess, yeah.
Like, I guess we've all kind of parked it and been like, oh shit, did I park on aisle A or aisle B or level 1 or 2? So, how long do you think that, you've maybe misplaced it for?
Honestly, I remember one time I went to a mall and it was out of the city I was in, and I probably lost it for about 45 minutes. That's embarrassing.
That's not too bad. After I tell you about this next story, you're not going to feel so bad. So, in Manchester, England, London area, I think, a man borrowed his friend's car to go see the Stone Roses in concert.
Okay.
It was at Etihad Stadium. I probably mispronounced. It's Etihad Stadium. This happened in the month of June. He parked it in one of the stadium's parking garages and forgot which parking garage he parked the car in.
Oh.
The guy, the friend, not the guy whose car it was, the guy who borrowed the car, spent 5 days looking for the car.
He didn't have, like, the fucking panic button on the thing?
Right, spent 5 days looking for the car. He still didn't find it after 5 days. That's just when he gave up looking. So, the owner of the car contacted, emailed, the government agencies to see if the thing was towed or whatever. No luck. So, the owner gave up, figured the car had been stolen, something, and just filed a claim on his insurance or whatever. 6 months later...
6 months later.
The people who work at the fucking parking garage found the car.
Where was it?
It's in the parking lot. It was just in one of the decks. There was numerous decks.
Oh, I was thinking in the couch cushions. That's usually the first place I check.
Yes, they found it in between his butt cheeks.
That's what you call your couch cushions.
Oh, there's a car in there? Oh, shit. It's like when you're like scratching your ass and then you get the look like you found something. Like, oh, I found the remote.
In your ass?
No, I've never found the remote in my ass. It was more like it's in the couch. But so they estimated how much it was going to cost him just to get the car out of the parking garage. $6,100.
What? For why?
It's been in there 6 months, dude. They charge you daily.
That's bullshit, man. I thought it was stolen.
I also have a bullshit story about parking garages. I went to an event downtown.
Yeah.
And they told us that they had a deal with a parking garage. The ticket to this event was $20. So I went to this event. Hung out, whatever. I left, walked to the parking garage, realized they never gave me a pass for validation that I was there. I went to leave, $35 fucking dollars. No tenant, so I couldn't argue or anything, and there was a line of cars behind me. So I had to fucking pay it. I paid more to park the car than I did to go see the show.
That's bullshit right there.
I was not fucking happy about it at all. But I ate my crow, and I fucking shut my mouth, and I now will always ask for validation because I've never done that before, and I realized that was my bad. Anyways, so, don't feel bad you lost your car for 45 minutes. Feel bad for the guy who lost his car for 6 months. Now, I have another story that'll make you feel even better.
Oh, yeah?
A German man, he lost his car in 2010 in December. He also could not find his car.
Was it longer than 45 minutes, though?
It was 46 minutes. No.
Okay.
No, it was not.
I don't know with you anymore. I don't know.
Dude, when it comes to this podcast, you never know what the fuck is going to happen.
I know,
So,
right?
this guy, he swore he parked it in a certain area. And it was gone. He ended up, I don't know if it didn't say so much if he filed a claim or whatever. So they found the car 2.5 miles from where he thought he parked it.
Oh my god.
And they didn't find it until 2 years later.
I tend to think that drugs have to be involved with these stories.
Right. Well, and here's the best part of this whole story. The car had $40,000 worth of tools inside it that were still inside the car 2 years later.
Oh, hey, that's pretty good.
So it's like he lost his fucking work truck.
Yeah.
And then
Faith in humanity restored.
Right, so now he has double the tools.
Double the tools.
He's still a really good plumber. Do plumbers have tools that are $40,000? Maybe he was a welder.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. How much does a plumber snake cost?
Ask Google. Do it right now.
Do you want me to ask Google?
All right, ask Google how much a plumber snake is.
Okay, Google. How much is a plumber snake? You're fucking worthless. Oh, it just gives me some results from the web. It looks like they're running about $557.
Wait. One of those fucking, like, snakes they used to unclog a toilet?
Yeah, well, this is like the industrial fucking plumber's model. $692.
Wow. I have
4.5 stars, though.
Well, at least there's that. For fucking $700, I better cook you fucking breakfast after it clogs the toilet. Jesus Christ.
Holy shit. Yeah, I guess tools are expensive, man, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you got that. You got a couple wrenches. They're probably $400 or $500, I guess.
In Grand Theft Auto, it's $500 for a hammer.
Ooh, must be one hell of a hammer.
You can find that out if you go to TNT Dynamite. That's TNTDINOMIGHT at YouTube.com.
Ooh. Do you actually have a web address? Like a YouTube.com slash?
I don't fucking know. If people go to YouTube and look me up, I'm sure they'll find it.
You know, when I searched TNT Dynamite, there was like a little kid's video where he was working in Minecraft and he misspelled dynamite. Just FYI, when you Google TNT Dynamite, that may pop up.
Well, that's not me. If you spell it DINOMIGHT?
Yeah, because I think it was a little kid and he misspelled it. Like, he fucking did.
How does that shit show up before mine?
I don't know. Google that shit, I'm telling you. Anyways, so I wanted to throw those two stories in there because, everyone has fucking misplaced their car. I mean, we've walked around parking lots looking for it with the little key fob going like, dee-dee, dee-dee, dee-dee. So you can hear the fucking horn honk or whatever. But that is about all the time that we have for this episode of the Crazy Town Podcast. I know. It's so quick. It goes by so fast, even though it's long as fuck. I do want to thank everyone for listening. I want to thank TNT Dynamite for taking the time to record another episode.
My pleasure.
Please, like the show, follow the show, send me what you hate about this show. I love hearing it. TNT Dynamite, tell them where to find you, buddy. I know you just did 2 seconds ago, but tell them again.
I'd be glad to say it again. This is TNT Dynamite, the explosive one. I'm on the Twitter with the fingers, and Drake does stuff on there as well. But I'm there
Drake,
too. So
I'm on Drake's Playground, aka Twitter.
Me and Drake have that in common, amongst other things. And I'm also on YouTube, both places, TNT DINOMIGHT.
All right. And as far as our website, it's thecrazytown.com. You can follow us on Twitter. If you don't, God will kill a kitten. At the Crazy Town Pod.
In fact, he did one just now.
I'm so sorry, cats. I love cats. It's at the Crazy Town Pod. We have a Patreon account if you want to donate to the show and help us out. It's patreon.com/The Crazy Town Podcast, soundcloud.com/The Crazy Town Podcast. For TNT Dynamite and Jonas, we are out.